Hello, and welcome to another edition of On 1300. I'm Xochitl Mora with the City of McAllen, and pleased to welcome into our studio Mayra Martinez, who is the Executive Deputy Director for Affordable Homes of South Texas, Inc. She's here to talk about a great program for our community, for McAllen residents, to help assist them through this global pandemic that we are dealing with, the COVID-19, and how they can help get assistance for rent, mortgage, and utility. Mayra, thank you, and welcome to MCN Studio.
Thank you for having us.
So we're really, I want to say excited, but this is an important program that is going to benefit so many in our community. Can you tell us what this is about?
Sure. So this program, through the support of the City of McAllen, allows residents of McAllen to apply for assistance in mortgage or rent, and include utilities with that as well. The assistance is up to 6 months. And as we all know, everybody's been impacted tremendously by this pandemic. And with reduced hours or unemployment skyrocketing, residents are having a hard time just making their day-to-day expenses. And so this is a great way to help reduce the risk of homelessness, so they're not evicted or foreclosed on.
This is extremely important because home ownership and having a home is the security that our residents need during this pandemic, especially if they, for families or children who aren't going to school or so forth. But we do recognize that there is a reduction in income for many of our residents due to changes in our society and work environment, so that there's a loss of income. What other requirements are there for anyone to qualify for these grants?
So obviously the first one is you do have to live in the City of McAllen. The primary applicant has to be a U.S. citizen or permanent resident. You also have to show a reduction in income after March 13th of this year. So there is no income limit on this program, which is fantastic, but you do have to show that there has been a reduction in your household income. And usually we evidence that through bank statements or pay stubs that show a decrease in the income coming in. And then we'll also need a copy of the mortgage statement, and then your current utility bills, as well as any additional documents we may need along the way.
And so how does someone apply for this program? Do they go into Affordable Homes, or is it an online process?
So the easiest and quickest way, especially with the pandemic and social distancing, is to visit our website at www.ahsti.org. And as soon as you land on the first page, it'll say rent assistance or mortgage assistance. And you click on which one applies to you, and then it'll say McAllen residents or non-McAllen residents. And so McAllen will just click on McAllen residents, and it'll have instructions. You can download the application, you can fill it out, you can take pictures of it and email it back to us. Anything that we can try and do as much virtually is better for the resident and also for staff. And then we are in touch either through email or through phone if we need any other additional documentation.
Are there any limits to the assistance that is provided throughout the 6 months?
So there are monthly limits. The assistance is up to 6 months in general, but there is a limit on rent assistance. We can't, the cap is $1,200 a month in rent. We can't go above that. For mortgage, we can't go above $1,800 a month. And then for utilities, we cannot go above $200 a month.
Okay. And so while this program is now open, the limit is until funds are depleted. So the best advice is to hurry and apply and get all the required documentation in.
Absolutely. And this is a streamlined version because of the COVID pandemic. And typically with any COVID assistance programs, the deadline is December 31st, 2020, to have this kind of streamlined version, to benefit from the streamlined version. So we want to get the funds out as quickly as possible with the least amount of burden on the consumer for paperwork and notaries and everything that you kind of have to require through the normal run of the program. They kind of set aside for this. So the quicker the better. Obviously, first come, first serve. We have funds, we can get to you. And then you definitely want to benefit before December 31st so you can take advantage of the the quicker part of it.
So the City of McAllen and Affordable Homes have had a great partnership over the years for various projects. Just this past week, the City Commission approved an additional allocation of funds to Affordable Homes for another emergency situation that our McAllen residents are dealing with. Can you talk about the emergency repair program?
Sure. So again, thanks to the support of the city, they have approved a $40,000 contribution to the Emergency Repair Grant Program. And basically that helps homeowners in the City of McAllen with emergency repairs up to $300. And this is basically meant to cover that gap while you're waiting for the insurance claim to come in. And you know, we all know that that's a process with insurance adjusters and investigations and reports. And by the time you get the money, it's some time. So this kind of is meant to help. So people usually buy tarps if there's roof leakage, or the cleaning supplies because they have to clean out the mold and mildew from rain that's come in, to anything from replacing spoiled food and because of the electricity outage, or if in some cases some homes just had really immense damage from the wind, and a lot of things were damaged, including clothing and everything that normally you couldn't, you don't really worry about. So it's a great way to kind of help with that while you're waiting for that claim to come in.
And so this is as a result of Hurricane Hannah and the damage that our community, has to deal with, and some residents are still dealing with. For that application process, is there anything that is required for submission, or how do they go about accessing that grant application?
So when we activate the Emergency Repair Grant Program in times of weather-related emergencies, it's a very quick, streamlined process. We operate this program throughout the year, and normally you do require a lot of documents or supporting documentation. Here, it's one-page application. It's ID, and it's just basically a statement of what you're going to use and need the money for. We do provide the funds in a gift card depending on the use of the funds. So, for example, if you say, I need tarps and roofing supplies to help kind of patch up the hole in the roof, then it'll be like a Home Depot or a Lowe's gift card, whatever is there. If it's if they say, well, all my food's spoiled, I don't get assistance, then it's maybe an H-E-B gift card or a Walmart gift card, whatever we can, whatever benefits the consumer at that point. So it's very quick, usually about a 24-hour turnaround where we can provide the gift card funds. And so again, this is first come, first serve. So if you're still having repairs from Hurricane Hannah, or rains that are coming in, it's not necessarily a hurricane-related event, but sometimes we just get some torrential rains, and they wreak some havoc. So even with that, we can help with this program. And
so is that program also available for residents to start applying now?
Yes, absolutely. Okay. That would be easier if they call our number at 687-6263, and they just say they need an emergency repair grant application. We can email it to them. Or we can point them in the direction of it's not on their website now, but it will be.
Okay. All right. So we have two great programs through the partnership with the City of McAllen and Affordable Homes of South Texas. And so thank you for all that you do for our community. If you are a resident who hasn't been impacted by the global pandemic of COVID-19 and your income has been reduced, please contact them. If you had home damage through Hurricane Hannah or any other of these rains that we've been having, contact Affordable Homes. We want to help you. The City of McAllen is dedicated to helping our residents, and through our partnerships with great organizations like Affordable Homes, we can do that. So please visit their website, please contact them, and please, everyone, stay safe, wear your masks. For the City of McAllen, I'm Xochitl Mora.